Hey yo, what's up? My name is iPhong and welcome back to Doki Doki Blue Skies. I'm not gonna lie, behind the scene I actually go to sleep and trying to get back my mental because in the previous episode I feel like I need to stop at that time because my emotion got hidden. So I really need to prepare for my mental first because don't forget that Doki Doki Literature Clubs and Doki Doki Blue Skies are both rated 13G, and you need to be prepared for yourself because these games related to something really dark, and I don't want anyone, you guys and girls, to get harmed out there. So please be prepared for yourself. And for those who don't have Doki Doki Blue Skies, read the description down below, and also don't forget to support the creator who made this mod as well. Remember, Doki Doki Blue Skies is not the sequel of the original games Doki Doki Literature Clubs. It's just a mod, okay? It's just a mod. So in the previous episode, I kind of messed up. I forgot to save beforehand before choosing a decisions, and I let you retap along, and I was thinking that I wasn't ready to tell the relationship status to everyone else yet, so I don't know. We are gonna check the folders to see anything happens. No, not yet. So everyone's still safe, which is a nice thing. So yeah, so far I only have this picture after I finish the first run anyway. So yeah, we're gonna go back to the game. So far in the gallery I only have 2 images, and so far I haven't gained anything new yet, and so far you can't pick Monica's for doing something before the festival, and it has the same result. And yeah, I already picked to do things with this girl already, so I decided to do like the original games to pick Natsuki for doing the before festival things. And yeah, so in the previous episode I actually set 2 places because yeah, so much for the female intuition, isn't it? I mean I like that bad characters. It's just we didn't expect that. Let's continue. Let's prepare for my mental. I mean, yeah, the first thing I'm gonna get is that background music. Oh god. Well, I'm gonna use spacebar instead of my mouse click to change the dialogue anyway, because sometimes I click once and 2 times in my mouse, and the game decided, hey, I didn't hear your command, so I decided to use the default keyboard for the laptop. So yeah, it can be easier to change the dialogue, and also if necessary I'm right click the mouse for hide the dialogue as well. So thumbnail. Man, am I glad that it's Saturday today. There would be no chance in heck that I'll be able to concentrate if today was a school day. Her revelation keeps replaying over my mind. Depression. I mean, we already know it in the original games. The nasty sounding word. And in some way quite foreign. I guess I was kinda shattered. Prior to Sayori, I never knew any people with that condition. How about me? Okay, I do have the depression history also, and it happens to me like over 5 or 6 years. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, life is stressful, and it just try to be joyful and try to moving on. And fun fact that behind the scene I got a lot of story to tell, but it's just not appropriate to put it on in the internet. So yeah, some my story at the background should be so face to face, and not gonna be out there on the internet. So yeah, it's sensitive though, but it's still be able to move on though. So yeah, it was something I was of course aware of, but I had never paid any real thought to it. I mean, I knew what it was. Psychology has always been at least vaguely interesting to me, but I never really saw a real reason to look into it. And Sari said that she's been depressed for most of her life, so I can't help but wonder when did it all develop? Parents? I mean, based on the flashbacks, she seemed, you know, cheerful as kid. What caused it? Was she bullied? As she said that if someone told her that she's be a burden, and she said that was herself. She said it for herself, but it has to be a reason why she said that to herself. So it cannot be the start that she said to herself. It has to be a reason. A dear close friend of why you say that? I mean, the main protagonist here deal with divorce, but what? Or did a close friend or family member pass away? There are so many things I want to answer right now. No, based on how last night ended, she definitely needs some time to cool off. Yeah, I think the best time for me to actually in this scenario, if I was in this scenario, I think the best time for me is to meet Monica or Shiri or Amy. That's the three people that I can think of. Sakurai, I don't think I should because he's the teacher. And what if he's also teach Sayuri class? But of course, I'm not ready to tell main protagonist mothers about it yet because I didn't tell the relationship status to her in the game. So man, I'll give it a couple of days. Besides, I got a lot of homework to get on with. Yeah. That's Sakura out of the way first. Man, the end of the war had a huge effect on the world. It's time for a break, I reckon. Want to play? What to play? I don't think you should play games right now. I think you should go outside. I mean, like me, for example, if I have something sad, I have something that I may get angry, I need to go outside to cool off and catch some fresh air. That's what I normally do because I am more like an extrovert. I mean, even though that some countries we have to introvert because of the disease happening around the world, but you know, when it's necessary, always wear a mask when you go outside. I mean, not to go far away. You're just gonna go around the house and get some fresh air, cool off, and take a break. You know, what to play. I don't think you should stay inside also. I mean, yeah, game does help you to cool off, but it doesn't fully like that. It really is a first problem to have so many games available but still not know what to play. A colorful looking title catches my eye. Man, not even the escapism from video games is doing the trick. Perhaps I should go for a walk instead? Yeah, you should in the first place. Being cooped up indoors probably isn't doing any favors for my health. Mom used to harp on about the importance of fresh air. Stand up and stretch, really rubbing my neck. Yeah, some fresh air wouldn't go miss. Oh my god. Man, it's pretty and creepy at the same time. This is the place where we go with Natsuki together but on daylight. But I didn't expect it in nighttime like this. It's just so pretty, you know. At this point in the day, the park is rather quiet, not as many people come to this part of the park anyway. Which is a shame because this part is arguably the prettiest thanks to the lake. Being the middle of November, there's a chill in the air, although I'm rather warm so I can barely feel it. There's a comfortable flume in the air, especially after the overwhelming nature of last night. The silence is a perfect antidote, being therapeutic and calm. Sure, I have the house for myself, but there's no substitute for fresh cool air. Maybe my parents were right when they gave up a healthy body, healthy mind mantra. As calm as the atmosphere is, it's not doing much of the whirlwind that is my mind. Looking back, how could I have been so stupid? How did I miss all the signs? Am I really that dense? Thinking about it, the It fairy tale poem makes so much sense now. The selflessness, the devotion to keeping others happy, regardless of their own mental state. The signs were all there, struggling to wake up on time, which explained why she was always late and a nightmare. And when she finally told me her most painful secret, how did I respond? Technically, I don't know. In games, you can say shouting at her, but I just try my best to just. In the previous episode, I tried my best to just say it calmly and not to freak her out. I mean, in these scenarios, when someone feels sad, just don't shout. And why game? Why game make me feel like a bad guy now? Shouting at her making her cry. Great friend you are, iPhong. No wonder she didn't even want to tell me in the first place. I was so pushy and so demanding, and yet, when she told me instead of being empathetic and understanding, did the exact opposite. It wouldn't even surprise me if she didn't want to be friends anymore. Would she ever forgive me? Although whether she should or not is a whole other question. Even if she did forgive me, what could I even do about her depression? Her self-perception seems so cemented. Would I be making things worse by getting involved? Or would I be able to help her? I don't know. Being a normal teenage guy doesn't really afford me much sensibility. Even though it might sound a bit melodramatic, I can't help but feel like I barely even know Sayori anymore. How much of her happiness is just a mask? It can't be all of it. iPhong? Who's speaking? Being so lost in my thoughts, I didn't even notice Yuri's presence. Oh hey Yuri, didn't see you there. Why you outside this late? I'm not bothering you, am I? You look rather deep in thought. Oh, you're fine. Would be nice to have some company actually. She smiles shyly and takes a seat next to me. Company silence is now awkward in the silence, which surprised me. Then again, Yuri is no stranger to deep thoughts to herself, and she's definitely used to being reflective and quiet. I didn't expect to see you here. Didn't expect me to come to a quiet park when it's getting dark, especially in the middle of winter, huh? No, not really, no. The dark and the cold combined tend to put most people off. Spooky, isn't it? I mean, most people feel the chill, the darkness, scary, spooky. If you don't mind me asking, what's brings you here? Oh well, there's a lot on in my mind, and I figure some fresh air would do me good, you know. I see. Perhaps we're more alike than I first imagined. Whenever I'm troubled by something, I always find quite a period of reflection in the evening. It can be really helpful. I mean, thanks, game. I also think it this way. I don't think it's a good idea to talk about, say, these problems with Yuri and Natsuki either, because they are simpler members, and they're not the same Kaijo. And Monica spent time with Sayori more than they do, so she probably knows. I mean, It's just like she knows about the hero complex things that I think I really need to focus on. Whenever I'm troubled by something, I always find private reflection in the evening can be really helpful. Something about the stillness of the night. It's much easier to think when you're in an environment such as this one. Yeah, it is, especially you're feeling overwhelmed. It helps just to make a step back and breathe. Actually known this park as long as I can remember. My parents used to take Sayori and I here all the time. Countless memories throughout the years. So wonderful, iPhong. To be able to share such happy time with someone as what grew up. Although I'm curious, given how much time you choose to spend one another, I would have thought Sayori would be with you right now. It's complicated. I don't think we should talk about that. I looked down momentarily, poking at the trigger woman's shoe. She just at home sleeping, and she always get up late, and yeah, I think she really needs to practice. I mean, she's sleepyhead. It's just that try to talk it out, but and not straight into the problem, and don't let anyone crack into this situation. Ah well, we kinda had a fight. Oh, that comes as quite a surprise given how close you choose to be. Then again, I suppose it's inevitable that fights occur between people no matter the dynamics. You really start feeling with her hair. Not that I mean to pry, but I may ask you why you had a fight in the first place. I grimace as I reply, as much as I enjoy talking to Yuri and appreciate her company here. There's no way I can reveal Sayori's secret to her. Yeah, I would do the same, man. It's not that I don't want to tell you, and it's nothing personal. I'm just think completely, iPhong. I suppose it was a rather personal question. She just told me something really private, and that horrible familiar feeling of shame bubbles up whenever I recall how I reacted to her confession. I didn't take it very well, and I said some really stupid stuff. I got angry at her and I shouted at her. I'm an awful friend. I leaned forward, burying my face in my hand. There's an awkward and heavy silence for a few moments. iPhong, I know that I haven't known you for as long as Sayori has. But please believe me when I say you're not an awful friend. I don't know what was said between you two, but everyone says things they don't mean during argument, especially when intentions are running high. That's something my parents once told me, and it's really true. It really is true. You could take my argument with Natsuki back in this September. Not even make it to December yet. I mean, it too happens in Natsuki round, as I remember, and this time that not happened. So yeah, just go back in times. Back in September, the argument with Natsuki, the festival, said the worst thing could possibly be why getting angry. In the heat of the moment, I said some rather hurtful things. However, I didn't actually mean them, and I'm fairly confident that Natsuki feels the same way too. Please don't be too hard on yourself. I can tell that Sayori means a lot to you, and you ever so patient and kind with her. I was about to say never be so impatient, but yeah, it's the same meaning. If I may be so bold to say, perhaps you don't realize it, but you do a lot for her. Little things such as walking to school with her in the mornings and walking her home in the afternoons. Also, if you pay close attention to the eyes of the characters, and it's really nice detail, and it just feels like the characters do care about you. And yeah, even though the pose not changed and the eyes is trying to move, and that's really nice. I mean, I did say a lot of things before, and yeah, you guys and girls may get angry at me, but I'm here not just to play games, but I also like to point out the visual, the background. I mean, I like the game a lot, and there's some of the time I did say that I don't like the game. It's mean the opposite. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, every time when I play not just horror game, but also the delightful upbeat games. When I say something that is bad, but it means a good thing, you know. Smoking, smoking in the afternoon. But most importantly, whenever she's feeling sad, you really take it upon yourself to find out what's wrong so you can comfort her. You can also see that your care and consideration for the shines like a beacon. Yeah, that's all well and good and all, but I still hurt her really badly. Friends always hurt each other, iPhong. It's just a unfortunate reality of being human. Yeah, in the past when I make drama, I did hurt a lot of online friends, and I mean, behind the scene, I was thinking about doing really horrible things, but um, my online friends told me that you should not do that, and then I stopped my mind in times, and in the past I was even planning to leak the information of my rival, but when my online friends said do not do that, I got in times and removed the leak footage. So yeah, I mean, people do some nasty things when they get angry, though. But yeah, I mean, we all just get move on, you know. But this time with Yuri, Yuri told me about, hey, never give up on caring someone you like. But Monica told me in the other round that there's a hero complex and refrain to doing too much for the person you love. And I just don't know if the games decide to give me a choice to talk to her, or maybe give something to her and confess to her. I don't freaking know, man. I mean, the last time I did confess to her, it is not end well. Unfortunately, reality being human. Yeah, people's fight, you know. From what I can gather, she isn't someone who could hold a grudge. So whatever issue there is between you guys, I'm confident you'll be able to sort it out. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound presumptuous or anything. You're not being presumptuous in the slightest, but your insights has been really refreshing. I still feel bad, but you made me realize perhaps things aren't as bleak as they seem. So thank you, seriously, it means a lot. You're really a good friend. Thank you, iPhong. I'm glad I was able to help. I can't help but grin. Yuri's shyness has always been endearing, especially as it clashes against her intelligent mature outlook so much. Anyway, I could ask you the same question. What brings you here? Well, it's okay, you don't have to disclose anything, I won't pry. But just know that if you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here, so are the other girls, okay? I remember how horrible those people during the festival recital were to you, and I hate to think that you were suffering in silence, or anything like that. I found you truly are too kind. I very much appreciate your words, and I'm very glad that Sayori told you about our club. I know I said it back in this September, not December. Come on, me. But honestly, I'll say it again. I'm just grateful that you guys accepted me with open arms. You didn't judge me because I wasn't a poet, nor did you ever laugh at how bad my poems were. I know they weren't particularly to your taste, but you still gave me good advice and feedback. Well, I believe that everyone should be included. No one deserves to be an outcast, irrespective of their hobbies, interest or their writing ability. I just wish others would be as accepting and inclusive of Those with interests that go against the norm. She never sleeps, picking at her sleeve, almost pulling them up over her hand. Well, for a wise word, I think your interest in horror and taste in literature and poetry is pretty cool, Yuri. It makes a nice change of discussion, which gives you interesting stuff to talk about. Like when you discuss Frankenstein's monster with me in lunchtime, never really gave it much thought, but after you had a talk with me, it helped me realize that we shouldn't just take stuff in face value. Oh, and your poems are awesome. I hope that one day I'll be able to write to your level. That really means a lot. I'm glad that you have such an open mind, iPhong, in this day and age. To find a mind so free of prejudice and misconception. Truly a breath of fresh air, thank you. Anyway, I don't mean to cut short our discussion, but unfortunately I have a lot of homework to get on with. Oh yeah, me too. Procrastination can only get you so far, eh? Catch you later, Yuri. Hope everything gets better. And you, iPhong? We're away, we both depart. And it's gonna end there. So, what if I'm not tagging Yuri along? Is it gonna be Natsuki come instead, or gonna be Monica? Beep beep beep. Mom, you ruined me this time. Another day at school. At least mid-November now, so the Christmas break isn't too far off. After finishing my morning route, I head outside tentatively waiting for Sayori. Yuri were helpful, but I was naive to think things would just go back to normal. There's no sign of Sayori and I feel like texting her is off the table. Later aside, I make journey to school alone. Learning about the interwar years should be by all means be interesting. Okay, listen, main protagonist, don't slack up again. I mean, yeah, we took a bombshell in the previous episodes from Sayori, but it doesn't mean that you can slack up from school. Remember Sakurai, he can be strict to anyone at any time. Even with Sakurai's enthusiasm and humor injected into the lesson, I still can hold myself enthusiastic about the topics he's discussing. Despite my best efforts to remain occupied over the weekend, the worry I had for Sayori was always there, lurking at the back of my mind. I hate silence. Not being able to talk to someone you really want to talk to is crushing. I mean, I really like to talk with Amy. iPhong. I don't suppose you're able to answer that question. Huh? Please don't tell me that I'm such a boring teacher that you can't even pay attention. I thought I was paying your attention, sir. It would not go out that I was sending my students into a stupor. I'd get fired on the spot. Although I'd probably do well in the hypnosis business. There's a last smattering of laughter. He still looked at me unexpectedly, so I forced a grin in my face. Sorry, sir, I didn't understand the question. Can you repeat it? He does so and I answer. He nods approvingly as though there's trace of concern on his features. The rest of the lesson drags on at what feels like a snail's pace. We're supposed to take notes from our textbook and answering the question, but my mind has been on autopilot ever since I woke up this morning. By all accounts, the progress I made has been pretty mediocre. Everything okay, iPhong? He keeping his voice low and quiet, crouching next to me. You don't quite seem yourself today. Pardon me if that's an incorrect assessment. He motioned toward my notes. You're normally ahead of the game when it comes to classwork. Not that I mind too much, everyone's allowed to slack now and again, right? Chuckles, but I barely even respond. Yeah, I'm good, sir. Sorry, I just had a long weekend. Mass well attempt a stab at humor. And by long weekend, no, I don't mean stay up late playing video games. That's a shame. Those kind of weekends are the best one. Anyway, just do your best for now. You got a good grasp on the topic, so don't worry about it too much for now. Just make sure you know the material for the December exams. Now we can say the Decembers. I mean, people got obsessed with the December exams, and then once it got done, and then we can just have Christmas. Guys, thank you. Phew, was expecting some kind of stern telling off about my lack of progress. There's about to ring, everyone. We got it there. Well, it does ring. As I'm making my way outside, I spot a familiar white bowl. Monica? Hey, iPhong, about the head lunch. Yeah? Yeah. I'm really sorry, but I won't be coming to the club today. She raises an eyebrow. Oh, why's that? Being totally honest with you, I'm really just not in the mood for it. There's just some stuff I need to sort out, and if I came, I don't think I'll be very good company anyway. She nods, but it's hard to read the expression on her face. Okay, that's understandable. By the way, you haven't seen Sayori around, have you? She didn't come to school today. Do you know why? Funny she asked that. No clue, sorry. Strange, well, I hope you sort out whatever it is that's bugging you soon. Thanks and sorry once again for bailing. It's okay, it will be quite a session today. I guess what with the three of us. Here's the thing, I really want to tag Monica's for lunch actually, and we can talk about. Yeah, it will be interesting to see what it's like. Anyway, I gotta go. See you around, iPhong. See ya. Why do I get the nagging feeling that she's just waiting for something? Oh well. Dark moment again. Much like the worker school, the retention you feel equally as empty. With another pair of guilt, I remember all the little jibes I used to fire her way by being lazy and unable to get out of bed. Why is it that our brains are so good at reminding us of times we said or did things we really regret? Tiny words of reason tells me that I have no way of knowing why she struggled here in town. I mean, it's not like I set out to hurt her with my jokes. The kind of playful banter just characterized our friendship. I just wish I could believe that tiny words of reason a little more. As I'm making my way to my house, I notice a figure sitting by my doorway. Though my eyes suppress the urge of groan, I'm really not in any mood to deal with some religious nutter trying to get me to believe in God. Let me guess, Sayori right at the doorway. Wait, hang on. That's Sayori? I guess it. Sayori? Her head shoots up at the sound of my voice. What are you doing here? The sight in front of me is utterly unexpected. Neither of us know what to say. The aftermath of our previous encounters still lingers in the air. Can I come in? Yeah, sure. Thanks. After dumping my school stuff down, I turn to face her. The awkwardness doesn't dissipate. There's so much I want to say, but I don't even know where to start. I'm really sorry, iPhong. Tears immediately fill Sayori's eyes, and the powerful desire to embrace her hits me once more. I really should have kicked you out like that. I've been so horrible to you, keeping you in the dark. I was just so scared. The whole thing is just so confusing. No, Sayori, it's me who should be apologizing. I'm so sorry for being pushy, for shouting at you, and for being such a lousy friend. I've been regretting how I acted on Friday ever since. Please don't hate me. Sayori tumbles into my arms, sobbing without restraint. I could never hate you, silly. You're my best friend. But why you have the extra letter word? I was scared that after a fight that I pushed you away. I can feel my heart breaks as she sobs and clings to me. Instinctively, I wrap my arm around her and hold her close. Sayori, you're silly sometimes, you know that? You can never push me away, I'm your best friend. Although recently I've been wondering if I deserve to be. Why? I shouted at you. I made you cry. A few of my own tears have started to leak, with concern etched all over her face. She leans forward and carefully brushes a tear away. It's the last thing I wanted to do, and I hate myself for it. iPhong, it's okay. Looking back, I really can't blame you. You must have been so frustrated from your perspective. I just want things to go back on normal. This can we just put this all behind us? It's like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulder just by hearing those words. Of course we can. And here was me thinking of you didn't want to be friends anymore. I could never stay mad at you, iPhong. You mean too much to me. Can we agree that we both a bunch of clowns and we have bad as each other? Sayuri gives a watery smile. She clings to me a little harder. That sounds fair. But to hear the laugh again. I'll always be here for you, okay? Even though I can be a dance idiot at the best of times. That will never change. She looks up, her eyes swimming with tears. Even with tears marks all down her face and torso hair, it still looks absolutely beautiful. You really mean that? I gently turned away one of her tears. Not her ears. I mean, it's true when you want to be an actor or actress, you have to actually having a sad moment to let the tears over the face and cry, but you still look pretty during the scene, and that's a pretty tough things to do actually. Not just both actors but also for actresses as well, because you know a woman cries a lot. I mean, it's still really hard to give the image. The face still looks pretty and beautiful during the scene. So yeah, of course I do. She burrows once more into my chest. It feels incredibly intimate to be able to hold her in this state of vulnerability. So that's why you waited outside my house? Yeah, I really want to see you, but I couldn't face school today. I wasn't sure if you even wanted to see me. Her voice slightly muffled as talks into my shirt. It's kind of funny when you think about it. We both thought the other person didn't want to see us, when we both really wanted to see each other. And Sayuri, what are we like? She giggles into my chest. At such a close distance, I can actually feel the vibration from her laughter. Yuri told me that she didn't think you were the kind of person to stay angry for long. She looks up. Yuri? Yeah, I bumped into her over the weekend while I was at the park needing some fresh air at night. Don't worry, I didn't reveal much, I just told her we had a fight. She was really empathetic and understanding. That sounds like her. She's such a dependable friend. Anyway, I guess she's right. I hate conflict and I don't like staying angry at people. Well, that's super convenient for an idiot like me, isn't it? I was going to try and find you earlier, but I thought I should give it a little bit of time first. Oh well, at least we're here now. I'm so glad you came to find me. I'm super glad that we made up. Oops, I got your shirt super wet. And don't worry, I haven't even taken a bath. Sorry about that. Oh good, not the first time I spill something on me now, is it? I mean, behind the scene I already taken a shower already, but in the games, not yet. Oh, you mean that one time with Heart of Series? One time? You mean multiple times? Okay, you make your point, Minnie. But say aloud, my god, does that feel good to hear. Just like that, all the tension and stress I've been carrying over the past few days has lessened. It's like I can finally breathe again. Anyway, look, Sayuri, I had some time to think about what you told me on Friday. I'll be honest with you, I don't understand depression at all and I can't imagine what you're going through. But what I do know is that I'll do my best to be there for you, even if it's just as a friend. I know you said you like me too, but you weren't sure about your feeling. So we can go at whatever pace you want to go at, if you even want to go at all. It's really frustrating because I do like you, I really do. She bites her lip anxiously. I hate to drag you down. to get you involved with my mess. I know you see it like that, Sayori, but I see it completely differently. No one is forcing me to make my decision. I'm choosing to get involved because I want to, because I like you, and I don't see you as a burden at all. Think of all the times where you helped me feel better or other girls in the club. You're so good at keeping everyone's spirits high, breaking up fights, restoring the peace. Would it really be so wrong for me to give something back to you? I know you don't see it, but to me you're worth an awful lot, and I care about you so much. But I think there are so many other things, other people out there who are more worthy of your time. None of other people's are you. None of those other people are you, though. No one else on this planet could ever replace you. I grew up with you, Sayori. You're my best friend for a reason. All the happy memories we shared, the jokes, the story, and the adventures, I share them with you and only you. You're such a big reason as to why my childhood was so happy. Really? Of course, we used to see each other like every day. Our parents used to say we were inseparable. And here we are now, even after years apart, we get along like nothing happened. So believe me when I say that you're very special to me and you got a heart of gold, whether you can see or not. Alright, Phong. She starts to sniffle again. No one has ever said something like that to me before. I'm glad to be the first. I'm still unsure and it's really confusing, but your hugs are really comforting. They make me feel like everything might be okay. It just for a few moments. I know what you want me to say, but I don't know. I still feel like I'm being selfish. And I thought you liking me back would make the rain clouds in my head go away. In my heart go away. It's like there's a little ray of sunshine now, and it's still raining. The website that I visited told me that depression doesn't have a quick fix. Yeah, it could take months or years actually. It's a long process and it's easy to feel like you can't make much of the difference, especially if you're on a mental health professional. My lack of experience with depression is really starting to rear its ugly head. That's okay, Sayori. I guess it was naive for me to think I could just come in and fix everything. That would be nice though. I guess we could just start by taking everything really slowly. Like, could we not jump into going on official dates or telling everyone we get together just yet? That's what I did to my mom in the games. We're not ready. Of course, whatever place you want to go with, like I said. I'm not making a wrong choice though, am I? Just please tell me if I'm being a burden. I won't hold it against you if you didn't want to be with me anymore. You don't have to worry about that at all, trust me. Although as much as I like you, I don't want you going through with this just because it's what I want. No, I kinda want it too. Kinda. I do want it, I just can't shake off the feeling that I'm not worth your time. And even though what you said just now really helped, feeling worthless is something I felt for a long time. It's hard to shake off the feeling, but by being with you, the green clouds don't feel as bad. It will be okay, Sayori. I just know it will. I'll see you through this storm, and I'll be your umbrella. That's exactly one of the sweetest things you ever say to me. Poetic too. Looks like the literature club is really rubbing up on you. I know, right? I'll definitely be the next Shakespeare, just you wait. Man, Hamlet though. Can you be a Romeo and Juliet? I don't freaking know, man. Anyway, I guess it's for the bands. We're taking things slow because December exams are coming up. As much as I don't really want to, we should probably both be focusing on those. Yeah, you're right. But once they're over, I take her hand, locking her finger with mine. You just have to wait one way. Anyway, speaking of work, I should probably get started with revision. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll see you later, okay? Okay. I hold my arm out and we embrace once more. Oh, to be able to hold her close to me, inhaling her scents, playing with the string of her hair. It's heaven. Before I can stop myself, I plant a soft kiss on her forehead and break free, closing the door before my mind catches up to my lips. I swear I can hear soft giggles as she closes the door behind her. I mean, there's a third act too. I don't think Sayori gonna be a quick fix. Okay, Mina, we finished sharing poem earlier than usual today, so I guess we got a little bit of free time before we head back away. Don't know about you guys, I'm super relieved that all this is ever over. The past 2 weeks have been blurb notes, frantic last minute cramming and bucket loads of stress. Student life in a nutshell. Thankfully today marks the annual assessment, so didn't help but that I was not leaving to spend more time with Sayori. Me too, how did everyone exam go? Mixed bag, to be honest. Was never a huge fan of math, so that one definitely couldn't come better. Tell me about it. Physics wasn't much better. Ohm's law, Lenz's law. I know Ohm's law. I don't know Lenz's law. I don't know Coulomb's law. For those who knows about this law, leave the description down below. Don't link it because this social media can't automatically see it as a spam. So just comments down below with words, not link anything because this social media is gonna automatically see that as a spam. And I still don't get anything after. Biology went pretty well though. We were learning about the brain for this semester. So many different points they got funny names. It was tricky though. It's fascinating to think that while we are learning about how brain works, and our own brains are active processing it all, do you think? Yeah, you're a zombie. I'm not sure I understand zombies are capable of higher cognition and geez, Yuri, is because they like to eat brains. It was a joke. And oh Yuri. And did you do well? I suppose my performance wasn't too bad. Come on, Yuri. You know you're real smart pants. How about you, Natsuki? I mean, you're younger than the rest of us. Should be easy, right? Bet you're acting like all of your subjects. You really know how to put her on the spot, don't you, Natsu? Anyway, to answer your question, iPhong, I'm definitely with you. I've never been a fan of a system session, and the amount of stress involved. She rarely rubs her temples. Had to struggle academic so with your extracurricular, don't you? High expectation don't make life any easier either. Her face drops for a moment. That's enough for that. Why don't we have a Christmas party? Or like our Halloween one? That was so fun. Not fun for me though. You make me playing into one of your disrespectful games and spook the crap out of me. Pretty much like that, yes? That's a wonderful idea, a good way to see the year off. Yeah, okay. Can't see why not. Hey. Well, that's a pretty unanimous vote. Chaos sit near around time by the way. I motioned towards Monica and Yuri. As I imagine the modern students wouldn't want to break into school twice. You might be correct. You're correct. Hearthstone visually betrays no humor, looks like a joke with quite God's plan. Anyway, now that we got all that sorted, she could be check the clock. I'm going to have to get going, so now it's good time to go to session here. See you guys in the party. Let's make a move, Sayori. Okay, see you guys later. With away, we all pack away and go our separate ways. Okay, that's it. Ah, God. It's gonna be the same thing for Christmas, isn't it? By all account, today will be a day I'll be spending with Sayori. After a club meeting, though, she texted everyone, suggesting a secret Santa idea where we all buy each other presents. Funnily enough, I ended with her as my Santa, which put the damn banners on things. I was looking forward to Christmas shopping with her. As I didn't fancy going alone, I decided to message Yuri and see if she wanted to come with me. As I wasn't Yuri's Santa, she agreed. although in typical Yuri fashion, she was quite surprised that I wanted to go shopping with her. Some things never change. And the snowy particles return, and Yuri, you look good on that. Seriously, these types of clothes expensive. How much you get at this? So any idea what to get, Monica? I have some idea, but nothing actually suited on. Part of the downside of shopping for someone is that when you don't know them well, you can never be sure what they want. If it's any consolation, I don't really know what to get Sayori either. To be told, I've never been that great with presents. Maybe a new bow? Or some new clothes? But woman clothing makes no sense to me. I never really talked to Sayori about her fashion sense. Yeah, because Sayori is just, I'll dress for whatever. Well, we have an entire day ahead of ourselves, I thought. It would be sensible to look at the recipients' hobbies and go from there. Would you mind? Only we be able to find something. At this time of the year, the streets are very busy since the half of the entire town decided to do their Christmas shopping today. I mean, wow, snow particle just make the games look so much prettier, I'm not gonna lie. Downtown snowy. From the constant fiddling of her hair and the nervous look in her eyes, it's clear Yuri is a fan of crowds. She's standing quite close to me, and her eyes bouncing around whenever someone passes close to her. You know, I have an idea. When Monica plays the piano, right? So I imagine she'd be into music. Have you ever spoken to her about what kind of bands she likes? Any musician in particular? You know, now that you mention it. Yes, we have had discussion about her musical preference before, while our tastes aren't exactly aligned completely. We both tend to appreciate music with thoughtful lyrics. She has a preference toward music and that has lyrics with clever plays. Yeah, I recall correctly, she wasn't much of a rap fan, but she's begun to appreciate the thought effort that goes into rapping. I mean, wait. She did talk about this in the original game when it's just Monica and you had to wait for a long session to have the script. And she did reminds about rapping too. And I don't know, I totally forgot if she mentioned that she wasn't much of a rap fan. But I did talk about this before that rap is not just people just dissing around. It has better meanings that you can actually tell all the struggles, tells life, tells what happens going around in a really fast movement in the lyrics. And yeah, much like poetry, lyrics can be a powerful way to express your thoughts, the battle you're going through, the demons you face. The effect of music can be incredible, not just on the listener but the artists themselves. Take the famous singer Freddie Mercury. Outside of the bands he was in, he was shy and actually rather introvert. Really? What, really? I always see him as really flamboyant and confident. When he was on stage, it was like he owned the whole room. But you see, that was only while he was on stage. As a performer, he was of course as bold, confident, and rambunctious as you may think. She stands up, dreamily lost in thought. Yuri? Oh goodness, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to go out on tangent. Anyway, yes, I think the music store would be a fine place to start. Let's make a move, shall we? And we're back to the store. Jesus, it's so colorful and Japanese language as well. Also, the guitar reminds you of something, huh? Thankfully, the music shop is much quieter than the streets outside. As predicted, Yuri visibly relaxed, taking a deep breath. Much better. Now, where are you supposed to start? If I remember correctly, Monica hasn't been playing the piano for long, right? She must still be a novice, so as my eyes wander, a visible choice at present grabs my attention. How about this? I am over when Yuri looking on curiously. It's basically a guide how to play popular songs on piano. I flip it over, checking out the description on the back. No fun notes, especially a guide for beginners. Oh. She flips through the page. I never heard Monica discuss this artist before, so she might not even want to learn how to play any of these songs. But not that your suggestion wasn't a good one. Didn't mean to sound dismissive or anything. It wasn't dismissive, Yuri. It was pretty smart thing to bring up. It was just a suggestion. Let's keep looking. Tempting to get Sayori something from here as well. I think I have to get something from Sayori as well. I knew what her tastes were like when we were younger, but I had no idea if they changed. Now probably best to comfort her one day. I remember Monica was talking about this song. I peer over to what she's looking at. The Rachel's ours, huh? Didn't know she was into really old songs. If I remember correctly, this appealed to her more so from a metaphorical perspective. What's more is that the song is actually a story in itself. Initially describing a castaway lost at sea, slowly losing all hopes after admitting it was been a year since he wrote his Save Our Soul message, SOS. It then describes how he resigns himself to his fate, accepting that he is alone, cut off from the real world, and no one to save him despite his effort. But one day, he wakes up and realizes that there's other bottles scattered around the shore, and so he realized that other people share in his loneliness. Ironically, he shared his loneliness with other people. The entire tale told under 5 minutes, while it isn't quite what I listened to either. The themes that underlie the song and the message it portrays is powerful. The power of loneliness stemming from an individual cut off from the real world, desperately seeking someone to rescue them, the loss of hope. Then the conversation between Yuri and Monica would probably go on hours. If this explanation is anything to go by, you really look into this stuff, don't you? Sorry, I know it must be really weird, and you didn't even ask for the analysis. It's not weird at all. I think it's really cool how you don't take a song at face value, even with lyrics. You find all the metaphors and hidden meanings. It's not something I really do to myself, but it is something you enjoy power to you, right? Really? Really? Don't be ashamed of who you are, Yuri. You got your interest, that's great. I admit that we're different in that sense, but I never look down on you for being more analytical. Besides, it probably helps you in school. Anyway, do you want to get the venue for this song or... well, I don't know if she has a vinyl player. There wouldn't be much point if she doesn't have one. I actually had another idea for the gift, which should probably be more dependable. Is it just me or does this store look more like a library? It is the library. Main protagonist, we've been there before. After the festival when it doesn't end well. Yes, I would be inclined to agree. It's fitting though. Anyway, what did you have in mind? Oh well, I noticed that Monica had writes a lot of things, her poem and her entries in her planner and diary. I always admire the look and feel of a well-crafted fountain pen. These days, they're quite rare. Most people use biros or ballpoints. Fountain pen, huh? Funny you mentioned that actually. If you were my secret Santa, that's probably why I get you. Does people appreciate the same thing? Well, I'm not really sure if she would like it. I suppose it's more dependable than vinyl. Even she doesn't need any equipment to use the gift. Anyway, let's have a look. In front of a slice of shelf, carefully slotted there were wide varieties of fancy-looking fountain pens, all in different shapes, sizes, colors, and styles. Here takes out a selection of the choice, handling each one with the utmost care. She turns them over in her hands, bringing each pen up into eye levels, expecting it from nip to the edge of the gap.
And being totally honest, while I can definitely see the appeal, it's a bit boring. I'm sure that to the right person they're much more than just a writing instrument. For me, they just made a sticks that hold ink. I mean, what exactly can you do with a pen, aside from writing? As my mind wanders, a typical reaction when bored. She calls me over. This one tests me the most. What do you think? Well, it's definitely pretty. The dark green against the black looks pretty cool. I feel pretty weighty too. I can imagine she really liked this one. That last part isn't exactly true, but at this point I'm not exactly keen to spend a lot of time in the shop. Yuri has a habit of getting lost in her own little world, and while I don't mind it, it can drag out at times. I like how it comes with its own bottle of ink too. A nice little touch. I think it's one to do fine. I only heaved a sigh of relief. I had a feeling that Yuri would take even longer than Sayori when it comes to shopping. Let's just hope that we don't pass by a book house. What will you get to say, Yuri? Still have no idea. Anything we do with clothes out my picture. Don't know what her style is. What does Sayori like to do in her free time? Sleep, eating. Man. How about plushie? I think it would be perfect to give her another plushie. Sleep, eat, I guess that also. But talking about sleep, I can't. The main protagonist can actually get her plushie too, Just like that get Mr. Cow. Yuri is different small enough. Come on, iPhong. You're missing an obvious one. I don't think being clumsy is a hobby. Poetry. Wow. Now I really do feel like an idiot. So, like a new notebook to write poems in. Never bought gift for a poet before. That's a variable choice, however. Although, if I can suggest, well, far be it more for me to tell you what to get her, but given your history together, would it not be? I'm not gonna be offended, Yuri. Well, would it not be better to get any more personalized present? Something that reminds you of her. A new notebook or pen are of course practical gifts, but they aren't particularly personal. Okay, so more personalized present, something that reminds me of her. First, let's look at her poems. They're rather intimate, a reflection of her inner thoughts and feelings. Well, I really like her poem and wait, that's it. Sorry, I'm not sure if I understand. You can buy little bottles that are illuminated by lights. If I get a feel or with different color lights, they can be a metaphor for the happy thoughts she has. Yuri the eye lights up. That's just a wonderful idea I found. Not only it's very thoughtful, but also a wonderful homage up to one of her best poems. I guarantee you that she would love it. I really surprised myself, don't I? Where I get such a gift from though? You can order from the internet. I mean, yeah. Colorful bottles. I mean, it's really hard to find in a store, so you can actually wish for the best. I'll tell you what, actually. You want to wrap your present for Monica at my place? I can order Sayori gifts and help you out with that. I don't know who about this because the last time we tagged Sayori along and it's not gonna end well. Are you sure? I already taken up a lot of your time and I hate to. It's Christmas, Yuri. Well, give or take a few days. Come on. If you're sure. I don't think it's a good idea because I remember the last time we tagged along with Sayori just not gonna end well. And fights happen. Okay, this Christmas is gonna be different this time because the skip button is grayed out. Reluctantly, I dragged my eyes away from the anime I'm watching. Right when that bald guy was about to punch his adversary, though the instruction is immediately forgiven once I realize it's Sayori telling me she's here. Hey, someone's in a good mood. As we share in the embrace, I affectionately runs my fingers through her hair. Of course, if I'm fighting over all impressions or so and I get to spend the day with you, why wouldn't I be? As we take a seat next to the sofa, I offer my shoulder as a cushion, to which she delightfully uplifts. Sitting here, with Sayori nuzzling to me, an arm around her, feeling her warm body next to mine. Oh, how these past 3 weeks have been the worth the wait. Well, given how amazing my present for you is, you have every right to be. I wink at her and her eye lights up, childish excitement over her features. Oh, can I try a guess? You can, but that doesn't mean I'll tell you. Gotta wait until the others are here. Oh, okay. Is it a new bow? Suppose actually something I consider actually. But given how much that red bow suit you, I didn't want to mess with that. Besides, I don't really know your style very well to be told. Well, for picture reference, I like blue. Really? I don't think blue would fit with Sayori. Imagine Sayori wearing blue bow. Uncool, man. Still fit with orange too. I mean, I still remember Amy's also had rubber band things fit with her hair colors. I mean, pretty though. A blue bow would go really well with your eyes, which would make you look even prettier. I'm not sure about this, main protagonist. You're really sweet, do you know that? I'm serious, Sayori. You know, I don't think I ever told you this, but you're beautiful. Your eyes, especially, and the way your hair falls over your face. The way you smile lights up the room. You can make my day better just being here. Everything that I've been wanting to say over the past few weeks is finally tumbling out of my mouth. It's not like to be romantic at all. I don't know where these words are coming from, but they just feel so right to say. I don't think I ever told you just how much you mean to me. Her face inched closer. I can feel her warm breath on my skin. There's a silence in my room, broken only by my voice, which is lowered to a whisper. And I know that our history has been a little inconsistent, but to be honest, you're here now, we're here now, and that's all I care about. She looks at me with nervous anticipation and calls slightly. I sang in with this. With my heart hammering, I'm aware of what's about to happen. People lean forward and, wow, is this really about to happen? I'm not ready for this. I mean, what happened if these 3 girls they just open the door that I'm just gonna leave. Yeah, but I still open and I'm 100% sure that the immense pang of disappointment I'm feeling is mutual. By now, over times. With a heavy sigh, I reluctantly pull myself away from Sayori and head to the door. Hey guys, let's get this party started, shall we? Just gonna let her in, maybe to Yuri and Natsuki as well. So this is your house, technically it's my parents, actually. She puts an unimpressed face. Very funny. You keep it in a good condition, iPhong, just like how I remember it. You've been here before, Yuri? Sayori shoots me an inquisitive look, and for some reason I'm heavily urged to hastily explain myself. Yeah, Yuri and I went Secret Santa shopping together. Had to wrap our present here. Man, did any of you guys struggle with that? Or it's just for me being baka? Natsu mutters something under her breath. No, I didn't find it too easy either. Speak of yourself, guys. It was walking the park. Such confident Natsu. Why don't you go first then? As much as like Natsu is always darkly satisfying when she gets knocked down in a pack of 2. Especially when it comes to someone as calm and shy as Yuri. Natsuki nervously looks around. Well, as everyone is even ready to share. Of course. Come on, Nasu. What do you have? There's playful smirk going on her lips. Okay. Anyway, I couldn't wrap it well. For obvious reason, she pulls out what looks like some kind of plant from her bag. It's for you, Yuri. A plant? Yeah, it's a peace lily. And I did some research on them. They really are improving air quality. Don't really know how, but that's beside the point. Anyway, I thought it suit you because they're supposed to be good for boosting your concentration. I know you like to read a lot, and these plants are apparently really good at helping you focus and calming you down. And they're super easy to take care of as well. You got this for me? Unless there's another Yuri in the room, yeah. Why? Don't you like it? No, it's not that. It's just such a thoughtful gift. You're right, it would make for a perfect environment to sit down and read in. Not only would it help me when I write poetry, but it will also make a wonderful addition to my bedroom. Thank you ever so much, Nasu. It means a lot. It's just a plain cheese, but for what it's worth, I'm glad you like it, Yuri. Merry Curie and all that. There it is. That's Merry festive spirit. It's so nice to see Yuri and Nasu doing along so well, even after their fights and differences. Nasu keeps to me by surprise. I didn't know she was thoughtful. Guess she does have a heart after all. I give it to you, Nasu. That was a pretty good gift. You raised the bar very high. Anyway, I guess I go next. This for you, Nasu. As she pulls out gifts, the expression on Nasu's face and not transformed from thinly disguised indifference to a genuine shock. Is that a spice rack? Yep. Comes with a bunch of spice too. Anyway, I figured this could be handy given how much they into culinary stuff. I mean, yeah, we have all freedom for seasoning the food though, but still don't seasoning too much because you don't want to waste food, you know. I wasn't sure what spice to get you, but luckily this comes with some of the rack itself. And if I remember correctly, I think these three are fennel, thyme, and one more. Those names probably mean more to you than they do to me. Mary Curry. Jeez, this looks like it costs a lot. Monica dismisses her objection with a wave. Hey, money is money. Don't worry about it. She swallows and composes herself. Thanks, Monica. She looks at the floor. That's really nice for you. Oh, good night. Anyway, who's next? Yuri bashfully reaches into her bag. This is for you, Monica. She has heard the small box to be wrapped together. Oh, wrap as well. You really did go to the extra mile. She unwrapped the box revealing the beautiful fountain pen within. Pardon me if I misjudge. However, I noticed that you do a lot of writing, whether that be for your poems or in your planner. I found this pen to be beautiful and it writes really well. And it comes with a bottle of ink too. Very traditional, Yuri. I should guess you opt for something like this. You're right though, it's very ornate pen. She picks it up, gently rolling it through her fingers. Has a really nice face to it. Thank you, Yuri. Your timing is pretty good. I was running out of ink with my old pen. You're most welcome, Monica. I like it. I was tempted to go for something musical, something to do with the piano, but I wasn't sure what sort you were learning with her instrument, so I figured a pen with a simple band. Monica loads the pen with ink and gives it a test run. Works really well. Where did you get this? Attempting to visit the shop myself at some point. Just a shop in town. Just be mindful not to press too hard. It's really easy for the ink to flow too much. It's a library. The last thing you want is a bottle of ink. Duly noted. Wait, hang on. Going by the process of the elimination. So did we get each other? Well, we are the only one left, so I think we did. Yeah. Do you want to go first? Here you go. Lady first. She hands me a medium-sized rectangular object wrapped in a snow team wrapping paper. Let me guess, a book. All because I joined literature club, eh? Oh wow. I did not expect to see younger version of myself smiling at me. I wasn't really sure what to get you. My first thought was a game, but I'm not sure what you're into though. I thought I'd go for a more sentimental break. This is one of my favorite pictures of us when we were kids, so I thought giving you my favorite memory would be a good idea. I remember this day was when our parents took us to the fair and we got that giant cow plushie. Yeah, that's the one. I look fondly at the photo with both standing side by side with the cow sitting below us. Possibly huge grin is on both of our faces. Cow wasn't much shorter than we were back then. Remind me never to make fun of your ability to pick out a fantastic present, Sari. It is super thoughtful. The very says lovely touch as well. Yes, cute. Anyway, I just hope my gift can stack up to yours, Sari. Here you go. These bottles? Yeah, but as you can see, there's also colored light inside them. Hang on, let me flip the lights up so you can see what I mean. Oh my god! I really want to screenshot this. I mean, that's the second object after the white cat cupcakes, so that one stands out for Sayori pretty well. Man, my god. That's a collective ooh as the darkness bring out the light to potential. Against the blackness, the red, blue, greens, and yellow flares to life. It feels a bit strange peeking into the darkness, especially when I can see Sayori's reaction though. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, you can make it for yourself actually. I mean, you just put the neon lights into a jar and then you just, you know, get a little bit of the rope out of the hole or the edge of the jar lids, and then you light it up. Bingo! Anyway, I got this a reference, I guess, to your model forms. Gonna have a notice that a model represents your happy thought. It's like in these bottles are basically happy memories, a happy thought that I share with you. Why do I have a feeling that there's still a third act and then there's argument and then suddenly this bottle's gonna break? Like the fighting and then you just wipe off the table, breaking things. God. I have a bad feeling about this. Happy to share with you. Obviously, I got more than 4 happy memories with you, but I couldn't exactly buy 100 bottles. Anyway, this is gonna be sound really cheesy, but all of a sudden, I'm grateful that we're in the dark, as it makes it much easier to really speak my minds. You're my happy thought, Sayori, and I just wanted to give you something that could give as a reminder of that. Mary Curie. I put the light back on. Jeez, you two need to get a room. Sorry. How to be said? iPhong, this is such a sweet present. I think it's the best gift I ever had. Indeed, it is truly embodies my thoughtfulness. I knew it was an excellent choice in the very first moment you suggested it. I give you credit, iPhong. You can really tell that you two have been the best friends for a while. My cheeks redden as I hear all the praise. I was hoping the present would be well received, sure, but I wasn't expecting everyone to be so impressed. Thanks you guys for complimenting my present. You guys. Anyway, now that all the present sharing is over, does anyone want to play something? What do you have in mind? Watching movies like you suggested before. Oh well, there's some video games that are multiplayer and I think I have some board game lying around. There are Monopoly, Trivial Pursuits, Rainbows, Ludo, some other hang-on. You really do live a wild lifestyle, you know that. Hey, it suggests video games, but none of you seems that interested. Exactly my point. Yeah, because it's, you know, old school. Yuri quickly interjects. I think trivia puzzle could be fun. Yeah, that way we get to see how smart you really are, Yuri. You sure we can give it a go? You're on, Yuri. I'm not really into competition. Fine, there is some question of manga though. An hour in, and it's very clear that the game is clearly between Yuri and Monica, who are roughly neck and neck. Everyone's been enjoying it though, even Nasu, although she tries to act like the whole thing is boring to her. I can tell she's having fun. Currently it's in return. Color pink. Oh, the entertainment category. The 90s video games characters Banjo and Kazooie are what two animals? I don't know. Wait, is that Bandicoot? Wait, suddenly the game's goes quiet, I don't know why. Is that Crash Bandicoot? Oh, I should know this one. Yeah, I swear we played together when we were kids. Can you give me a hint? Sorry, you just had to clean the bed. She paused, clearly missing the cleverly concealed hint. Well, what other choices? A bear and a bird, lizard and a bat, gorilla and a monkey. Three choices with the couples. 90s video game characters Banjo and Kazooie are two animals. I'm in between a bear and a bird and a gorilla and a monkey. I don't know. Kazooie sound like a bird, but I don't know about Banjo. Banjo just reminds me of Crash Bandicoot, but I don't know actually. I mean, I don't play Crash Bandicoot, but I heard that games. It's a really old game actually, and it got remade. And man, I'm gonna guess it's a bear and a bird. I can't remember. I'm gonna go with the bear and the bird. Oh yay! I got it right. See, because I got it right too. I'm going bear with the bird. And yeah, I'm actually guessing. I'm not actually looking up. I'm still focusing on the game, and you can see that skip would have been great. I totally knew that. You got it wrong. We wouldn't be friends. Hey, let's see what I can get. Oh, literature. In the Japanese story The Spider Thread, why was Kandata unable to escape hack using a spider web? I don't know this. The web was an illusion and other prisoners were also trying to use a way to escape, although they were cut the web before Kandata could break free. So there's three options. The web was an illusion, other prisoners were also trying to use the web to escape, or the devil cut the web before Kandata could break free. Actually, I don't know this at all. I don't know the Japanese story at all. For those audience who are Japanese, I'm really sorry. So the question is why Kandata unable to escape house using some. I'm gonna get the devil cut the web before Kandata break free. Because there should be obstacle, right? If I said the web is an illusion, so I don't know. Spider thread. I mean, since Kandata maybe main character like the powerful characters, other prisoners, I don't think that could help. So I'm gonna guess the third one. Devil cut the web. Nothing like an easy question, huh? I remember reading this story a very long time ago. It's going to bother me if I don't get it right. Easby. On the prisoner comes for the help. She flips the card over. So I guess that wrong. So it was the other prisoners. Also, I really like the detail when you look at the background and you still see the house lighting up. That's awesome. I mean, been to the living room before, and just all you see is whiteness and darkness. And what I can see is other house getting lights up, which is actually really nice. I mean, you cannot be the only house being light up, right? So yeah, I got that wrong. The other prisoner. Phew, nerd. Knowledge is power, Nasu. Nasu mumbles something under her breath. Anyway, I get another geography question. What does blue mean again? Don't say it's geography. Okay, it's not geography. She rolls her eyes. It is, isn't it? Her eyebrow furrow as she reads the question. I should know this. It's not Sydney. Ah, God, Cameroon, isn't it? I mean, it's geography I feel bad for Nassau. I should know this. What's the capital of Australia? No, it's not Cameroon, it's Canberra. Man. I'm bad English also, and also... What is Cameroon anyway? Is Canberra. Thanks option. I mean, that's an easy one. I should know this. I mean, Sydney is a big city, but it's not the capital city. I don't know Adelaide. Where is Adelaide? But yeah, I mean, I should know this question because it would be really impolite for Australian, because Australian speak to a lot. Man. Don't most people get this one wrong? For the beginner, yes, but once you get used to it, no. Along with Canada, most people think it's Toronto or Vancouver. Yeah, Canada, I think is Vancouver. But I don't know, is it Toronto? I mean, you're right, Monica, I can get confused at least at some point, but I think it's Vancouver, is it? Is it Vancouver or Toronto? I don't know. Now I get a feeling this is a trick question. Like I heard Sydney and Adelaide, and I would pick one of these two. To happy I'm going to Canberra. You're right, Nassau. Oh, that's right. Well, that was easy. I thought it was Adelaide, to be honest. I don't even know that city, but sorry for being rude, but I wish. I would pick Sydney. I mean, from a youngster who don't know about Australia, they would pick the same, Sydney, but now Sydney is just a big city, but it's not the capital city of Australia. It's Canberra. I mean, take it like example in Vietnam, my home country, and Ho Chi Minh City is a big city, it's the biggest city in Vietnam, but it's not the capital city. Hanoi capital is the capital city in Vietnam. And yeah, also you can say Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon, whatever, but yeah, when you go abroad, just talk whatever you want actually. And when I'm in USA, I understand people really hate Ho Chi Minh because of the history, but you cannot force us to say Saigon. I mean, we can say Saigon normally too, but when we say Ho Chi Minh City, please appreciate us, okay? Please appreciate us. I mean, not just only for USA, but also in Europe as well. And man, tough life, man. I had the habit of saying Ho Chi Minh City over Saigon, and yeah, I totally get it why people get angry at me because of the history that make you don't like to say Ho Chi Minh City and you want to say Saigon rather than Ho Chi Minh City. But please, you don't force us, okay? Please appreciate us in saying the name of the city, alright? Freedom of speech, man. Who's the nerd now, Nasu? Shut up. Saiwan, which of these arteries is a major arteries of the forearm and wrist? That one I don't know. So far, if I get this wrong, I'm gonna be half. I'm gonna guess is radio, since most choice. Wait, hang on. Carotid or radio? I'm gonna go with, you know what, radio. I know this one. I'm very certain it's the radio. Yeah, the carotid is in the neck. How you know that? Because I pay attention in biology, silly. Why does everyone think I'm an idiot or something? But is it correct? Well, you proved that you are not a backup by winning, eh? Why don't you? She got you there, iPhong. Can't really dispute that. So I got ahead. I guess radio. I honestly don't look it up. Around me I don't even have phone, okay? I only have a bottle of water with no notes on it, and then a couple of hours have passed since the end of the book game. Comfortable, lazy atmosphere has settled upon the room, the kind where no one can be bothered to do much after eating a hefty meal. Some night on, general conversation topics have grown a little more mellow and reflective. Lounging in the living room, Siren is next to me, and I'm fighting the urge to cut her up to her. I don't know if she wants to tell everyone that we're together yet. Not yet. As I'm trying to figure out a way to talk to her in private, she suddenly springs up and whispers in Monika's ear. Bokos glance in my direction as Monika giggles. Both of them get up and head over to the kitchen, whispering conspiratorially to one another. The strange change of behavior causes me to raise an eyebrow. What are you two doing? Oh, you'll find out soon. Something about the sing-song way of how she delivered that line arouses my suspicion further. I glanced over to Nasu and Yuri, but both are holding a poker face. Well, as a poker face as they can manage is. Either you guys know what's going on? Oh, he's gonna mess this up. Nasu, don't be so rude. Come on, it's gonna be so funny. You guys know I'm literally singing right here, right? Yuri shoots me for a sympathetic look. I will tell you, but I've been told not to. You're surprised. Can everyone drop this Illuminati stuff and just tell me what's going to? iPhong, can you come here? You wonder I already walking up to Sayuri and Monika. I noticed that Former looks really nervous for some reason. Man, I don't know what food was in the food we just ate, but it's making you all act super weird. Monika steps away from us, shooting Sayuri a wink as she does so. Look up, iPhong. I'm expecting some sort of cryptic hint on the ceiling, I believe. Oh. Oh no. Indeed, I see the body characters. I say. But I'm still going. Oh no. Is that Misoto? Nande. Misoto that earlier, for apparently certain was not there. And I'm fully aware of what you meant to do under it. As Sayuri shuffled over to me, my heart starts pounding once more. It was nerve-wracking enough when it was just two of us earlier. You set this up with the girl, didn't you? A poorly disguised look Our innocent as Sayori's face tells me that all I need to know. And she has seen this coming. Want the time to forget how crafty you can be, Sayori. She's standing right in front of me now, expectancy clearly visible on her features. Do you want us to look away? I'm a distant far away, part of me resistant on Monika's voice. Right now, the only thing I'm truly focused on is a beautiful girl in front of me. Actually, no, that's a lie. The most important thing I'm focused on right now is how to not mess this up. All of those thoughts go out the window as Sayori is finally miss mine. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's so sweet! No way! I mean, I had to, you know. Sorry. Monika told me to look away but not to. I mean, that's so sweet. In that moment, nothing else matters. Sang contentedly, pulling her closer to me, one my hand to the caress back of her head, while the other gently cups her face. Nothing could prepare me for this moment. I'm drinking her in. Oh god, why is phrasing that? Lost in the sensation of her lips on mine and her warm, soft hands linked around the back of my neck. All the fears I had about messing this up melt away as the kiss progresses. I have no clue what I'm doing, but from how good this feels and how blissful Sayori seems to be, I think it's safe to say it's working. Eventually we break away. It's impossible to tell how long that kiss went on for. Second minutes, years. Imagine you just gonna live there overnight and you. As I open my eyes, Sayori's beautiful face fills my vision. There's such a tender, heartfelt look in her eyes that I've never seen before. Oh, that adorable giggles. She is Ichigo. I knew it. As to her other eye. Duh. Wasn't it so super obvious when Sayori asked us to bring the mistletoe? I mean, ever since I was joined the girl, I had a feeling they liked each other. Childhood sweetheart, eh? That almost sounds like a joke. The way you two spoke about one another, it was so endearing. I'm happy for you too. Yeah, congrats and all. Just keep the mushy stuff outside the club, okay? I grinned weakly. Yeah, we know. I mean, some school they don't allow to mingle around, right? I do my best. Anyway, it's getting late. I think it's time we leave those lovebirds to it. Ooh, you call us lovebirds. She nudges Yuri. Oh, yeah, of course. Thanks you for hosting the party, iPhong. It was really enjoyable. Yeah, it was. Just make sure you use protection, okay? Nah, so. Kidding. Jeez. On that painting remarks, Sayori and I left alone. There's a moment of silence. iPhong, what's up? She bites her lip, looking away the trace of anxiety on her face. Can I ask you something that might sound a bit weird? Sure. Was it okay for us to kiss? Yeah. I mean, wasn't the mistletoe idea yours? I know, it's just well, my heart telling me that it's all okay, but my brain telling me it's being a bit of a meaning. This was the right joke, right? Sorry, I know this might sound really sudden. I didn't want to say anything while the other one's here. Sorry, it's just still so confusing. I take my hand in mine till her head, so I mean. Look, Sayori, why are you feeling like it's the wrong decision? Just kinda hard for me to stop believing that I'm not worth your attention. And the last thing I want to do is drag you down and you waste of time on someone like me. But at the same time, I'm trying to stay hopeful and listen to my heart, which is telling me that it's okay to go for what I want. Well, did you enjoy the kiss? Because I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed it. She blushes. I did, yeah. You're good this, how about we do it again? Well, I never had been happier. Whenever you're around, I always in better spirit. We both want each other, we both happy with each other, so how can this be a wrong decision, Sayori? I don't really know for sure, but I'm guessing this is the depression trying to tell you you're not allowed to be happy. For sure, don't worry, Sayori, we get this together. Just remember, this is all my choice, no one's forcing me to make it. She pauses for a moment, reflecting on my words. I just hope I managed to get through to her. Okay, thanks, iPhong, I guess you're right. Try to remember that. Oh, by the way, sorry putting you on the spot when the other were around. Oh, I bet you were enjoying that. It's alright, I gotta kiss you, so I'm more than made up for it. That was really nice, wasn't it? I think I enjoy kissing you, but not more without these 3 people watching. Well, they all gone, so do you? Do you mind? Without even waiting for her to finish the question, I kiss her again. Oh man, this is something I could definitely get used to. As it's just the 2 of us, the kiss feel a lot more personal. That's absolutely fine by me. Very curious, Sayori. With our face only inches apart, she playfully nudges my nose with her own laughing. Holding her this close, being able to hear her heartbeat, feeling her warm breath on my face, hearing her whisper, "Thank you for everything, iPhong. Merry curious to you too." And we are back. I like that. Although this feels like absolute bliss, a part of me can't help but wonder what I'm getting myself into. It would be naive to think about everything would be sunshine and rainbows from here on out, no matter how strongly we feel for each other. Will we really be okay together? Perhaps there's no sense in worrying about the future so much. Maybe it would just be the best to take each day as they come. After all, the only one to find out is the next act, isn't it? One way to find out is the next act, isn't it? Past, present, the future, into the unknown. 2 umbrella covering the rain cloud. Yeah, totally different from the Nasu. And I'm gonna leave this here. And that's so sweet. Man, not the first kiss. I mean, actually I'm way more open up in Nasu's route, and Sayori's got her wingmans, wingwoman actually, and hey, something up about. Oh, great, we gonna do this. Okay, so I mean, not quite open up. It just thanks to our wing woman. So yeah, that's very sweet, and I'm glad I'm actually leave it on other days behind the scene. Actually, the previous episode is kind of not so great, and I decided, hey, I need to stop before I go. I mean, I messed up during the recording because our emotions been kicked in, but this episode is really nice. I thought the Mercury part is the same, but no, it's totally different because you chose the different characters, you interact with other characters for the Secret Santa games, and we got this. The sweet things happen, and yeah, honestly, I think that's it for the second act, but I'll be back when I finish my first run in this round. Actually, this is my 6th run actually, and this only my first run into this storyline, and I'm still playing serious as I can, and yeah, would be appreciated if you guys and girls not to spoil it out because I got a feeling that in this arc, if I mess it up, I'm gonna mess the whole thing, like what I did in the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth run. And my first run, I was wait, we gonna end it like that? I was really disappointed, and then I ended up getting things worse. And then it turns out back to being neutral and a little slightly better, and I end up well, let's just say that it will be fit because we have less choice in the storyline, and then we're gonna go forward. So yeah, my first run in entirely I went neutral actually, because I think I'm being nice to a lot of people, and I messed up with the hero complex as well. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We wrap up this act. Next act will be Into the Unknown, past, present, and the future, and Into the Unknown, with the umbrellas covering the rain clouds. But can it? Because you do know rain clouds do have storm thunders, right? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope I don't mess it up in the next video, and as well, hasta la vista. Normally I take off my headphones, and now I just put my headphones around my neck. Wouldn't look it cooler?